by legendary FBI agent Paul Rico.
Specifically, Mr. Rico was designated as the handler of Stephen Flemmi, and the evidence in this case from Flemmi's own mouth indicates the nature of that relationship and when it began back in the 60s.
Paul Rico, shown on the right here, is a long-retired FBI agent now living in Florida. It is widely alleged that Rico put together the Flemmi-Bulger FBI relationship, a relationship that Rico nurtured until he handed off his informants to John Conley. Several years later, Paul Rico's boss, a man named Roger Wheeler, was murdered in the parking lot of a Tulsa, Oklahoma country club. Wheeler's murder remains the focus of state and federal investigations. What FBI agents knew and when they knew it, and whether the FBI's relationship with Flemmi and Bulger inhibited that and other murder investigations.
The nature of the relationship between the FBI, Bulger, and Flemmi included essentially assisting them in murder.
A federal grand jury continues its investigation of the old relationship between the FBI and the mob. At the head of that investigation, Deputy United States Attorney John H. Durham, a Connecticut-based prosecutor of impeccable integrity, who friends say will follow the evidence, no matter where or to whom it leads. Dan Ray, WBZ 4 News.
Now, WBZ4 weather with Ed Carroll.
Did you watch Pedro pitch tonight?
I watched him pitch tonight, yeah. It's easy to watch him stand on the mound and just throw. I wouldn't want to face him, though.
Boy,
96 mile an hour fastball.
Going all the way this year, Eddie.
That's what I understand. Next Tuesday, opening day in Fenway.
That's it.
Please don't ask me for a 7-day forecast. I give you 4. That's about it. Let's check it out in Boston right now. I'll tell you what, it's a little murky out there. We're going to try to brighten things up by the time the boys of summer make their way back into the Boston area by next week. And again, we're looking into the Back Bay. We do have that overcast sky and still a little bit of light rainfall in a couple of spots. Still about 55 in town, southwest winds at 13. But the good news is we are going to see brighter skies come tomorrow. And I think the readings, even though they'll cool down tonight to the 40s, should make a nice run back into the mid to upper 50s by tomorrow afternoon. We're still in the 50s from Concord, New Hampshire. Speaking of that number, 55 in town, about 50 down toward the Cape. Just a few upper 40s now showing up north and west of Boston. And some of that's going to make its way into eastern sections of New England later on tonight. Look at much of the country. Very quiet at this hour. Clear skies. We got this little slot of dry weather trying to make its way up into southern New England. But we're still hanging on to the clouds, and yes, we still have a little bit of light rainfall in the form of some showers out there, but they'll be dissipating over the next few hours or so. Then a big high is going to start to move slowly from west to east and supply us with some brighter weather around here again during tomorrow and again on Friday as well. Meantime, we still have that steadier light rainfall down toward the South Shore, the Outer Capes, and the islands, and also we've got some dry weather from here in Boston, but then you get back into some light scattered shower activity in Springfield and points west of there. So the general trend for the rest of the overnight is to become partly cloudy once the showers come to an end. The readings will fall back in the 40s. Tomorrow looks like a reasonable day. There'll be some sunshine, which will mix in with a few clouds, so call it a sun and cloud combo coming up. Westerly winds will get fairly gusty between 15 and 35 miles per hour. That should help the temperatures reach the mid to upper 50s. High tides run at 12:36. And then on Thursday, there'll be more clouds advancing from the west. I can't rule out the possibility of a scattered shower here and there, but this thing's going to make its way offshore again on Thursday night, and that'll set the stage for a nice Friday coming up. Weather systems are going to be traveling very quickly across the country, so no prolonged periods of rainfall for the next 4 or 5 days. Not bad tomorrow. There's your sprinkle or two on Thursday. Brighter skies on Friday. May get hit once again on Saturday with a couple of showers late in the day, but I do think we'll salvage Sunday as well. So things are looking up. Liz, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Ed. For your health tonight, a new study is raising the possibility of a link between milk and prostate cancer. Researchers at the Harvard School of Public Health have found that consuming lots of milk and other dairy products modestly increases a man's risk. Now, one possible explanation is that extra calcium lowers the body's levels of vitamin D, which has been shown to protect the prostate. Researchers stress more study is needed and say men should not change their eating habits based on those findings. Now, a look at some of the stories you'll be reading in tomorrow's Boston Globe. A bold initiative by millionaire philanthropist Teresa Hines, wife of Senator John Kerry. The Globe reports Hines is sponsoring a new effort to make Massachusetts the first in the nation to provide prescription drug insurance for all elders in the state. The plan will be unveiled tomorrow. Anyone over the age of 65 would be eligible. The move comes at a time when the cost of private insurance for prescriptions is out of reach for most seniors. You can read more about this story in tomorrow's Boston Globe.
Tonight, Joyce has Supreme news, but first she reviews the #3 movie at the box office, The Skulls. Joyce.
Thank you, Joe. Make that the Numbskulls. The #3 movie at the box office is a ludicrous film about a secret society at an Ivy League college that shall remain nameless, but begins with a Y and is located in New Haven. And that will give you some idea of just how subtle this film is. Forget the Supremes. Well, they're back, sort of. Diana Ross has just announced she's hitting the road with the girls from Motown, but not the originals. Negotiations broke down with Mary Wilson and Cindy Birdsong. Instead, 2 backup singers who became Supremes after Diana had left to go solo, Linda Lawrence and Cherie Payne, will join Ross on tour beginning this June.
The tour is not about me. It's not about individuals. It's really about the music, and it's about what we represented and what we still represent.
The 3 have never actually performed on stage together before, but they will sing all the hits beginning on June 14th in Philadelphia. The Return to Love Tour, as it's called, will hit the Fleet Center on July 13th. Tickets will go on sale next Monday, the 10th. Prices range from $35 to $250. Back to you, Liz.
Okay, that tour is not about Diana Ross, you don't think?
No, it's Return to Love.
Absolutely.
It's all about love.
What did the Red Sox do?
It's
I
all
love
about
them.
love.
They won.
It's love.
All
We're
the
talking about
way.
love here tonight.
All the way.
It's the Return to Love.
Okay, Bob LaBelle has that story also coming up. We'll take you on a tour of one of the most expensive homes ever to go on the market in Boston.
Boston Marathon 2000. Keep pace with the leaders. WBZ's Bob LaBelle and Boston favorite Uta Pippi. This won't be like any other marathon before. WBZ is using advanced technology to test the limits of the human body during the race. The Boston Marathon on Boston's television station. This is the place for Boston's breakthrough medical coverage. This is the place for you. WBZ4, Boston's television station.
You're looking at soldiers, citizen soldiers and their families, members of the Army National Guard. They spend 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year in intense training to be ready when they're needed by our country or communities. They live at home, building civilian experience, pursuing higher education and personal goals. They're friends, neighbors, teachers, accountants, fathers and mothers, sisters and sons, getting good pay and benefits while giving something back to the country they love. Join them. Call 1-800-GO-GUARD and discover the part-time job with full-time pride.
In the Army National Guard, you can.
Good morning.
Get your edge in the morning with WBZ4 News. Live stock reports from the experts and CBS Market Watch. The Boston Stock Exchange on Boston's television station. Weekday mornings on WBZ4 News.
They are mothers, fathers, daughters, and sons. Everyday heroes who are living symbols of one inspiring and powerful idea, the American dream. Meet them every Wednesday on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather. Brought to you by Fidelity Investments.
I'm Leslie Stahl. When someone close to me became ill with depression, I was worried, even afraid. But I learned that 1 in 5 Americans are affected by mental illness, and that treatment for depression and for other diseases of the brain are available. Well, today, all is well. If someone you know is suffering, there is help. Treatment works. It's stories like mine that are changing minds about mental illness.
Call 1-800-221-0053.
You're young. You're youthful. News-savvy. Newsworthy. You're a patron of the arts. You're a patron saint. You value the past. You embrace the future. No matter what matters most in your life, the place to be is WBZ, Boston's television station. Now, WBZ 4 Sports with Bob Lobel.
Are you ready to roll? Season's open. The Red Sox are in first place. They won 2-0. Martinez a shutout with Derek Lowe. Lowe pitching the last 2 innings, just as significant as Martinez pitching the first 7. Let's take a look and show you what happened at Seattle tonight. Pedro on top of his game early and often. This one in the first, taking control, sitting down Mike Cameron and Mark McLemore swinging in frustration. Then in the second, he chalks up Mabry, Bell, and some nasty heat to go along with it. Pedro was off and running with 4 strikeouts through 2 innings of work. Former Sox hurler Jamie Moyer was up to the task, however. They traded Moyer to Seattle for Darren Bragg. Remember that one? Boy, they'd love to have him. He got O'Leary and Everett both swinging, but trouble for Moyer in the 6th. O'Leary a little chopper with the bases loaded, but no, Bell couldn't make the play. Valentin scores 1-0. That's all they would need in the 7th. Jose Offerman doubles to left, scoring Veritek from second. Sox got an insurance run and a 2-0 lead. Then Derek Lowe takes over for Pedro in the 8th, and he goes 2 hitless innings in relief to get the save. The Sox go on to win 2-0. Pedro 11 strikeouts and just 2 hits and 7 innings of work to his route to his first win of this season. Pretty big. And the rest of the show is about the Celtics and Bruins, and it's pretty bad. Man, I don't know what to tell you about it. Here we are. I just tell you what it is. We just lay it out there, and then you decide. Let's go to the pictures. Why even go with the formalities of the introductions? They lost 8 in a row, okay, and this was their 8th. They gave Charlotte all I could handle for 3 quarters, but we've seen this movie before. It was 54-53 at the half. The Celtics jumping in front by as much as 9. Ooh, look at that play right there. Vitale for the easy 2 from Antoine. But they blow it again in the 4th. David Wesley. Why don't we get players like that? Knocks down the jumper. And the Hornets rally for a 112-105 win, 8th straight loss in the process. Bruins, we've seen this movie too. Pat Burns. Oof. Bruins actually had a 4-4 game late in the 3rd period. Brian Ralston bangs home his own rebound. They led 3-2 after 1. Lightning tie things up in the 2nd. Lecavier's goal after faking out Tallis skates in. 3-3 the score. It's 4-all now. Guess what? About a minute to go. And guess what? They lose it again. We've seen this movie. We've seen the Celtics movie. We've seen the Bruins movie. It's in rerun over and over again. Something new. Patriots scheduled. Year 2000. You'll be happy. Let's take a look and show you the way it is. They open up against Tampa. Jets Monday night. Minnesota, Miami. On to October. There you go. Jets again. Indy. Bye week on Halloween. Then in November, they got Cleveland, Cincinnati, Detroit on Thanksgiving Day. How about that, huh? Lots of turkey. Kansas City on Monday night. And the rest with Miami closing it out here. And with the start of the Masters just 2 days away, the biggest winner in Masters golf tournament history drew another crowd today at the Georgia Golf Hall of Fame. Honored Jack Nicklaus with a statue at Augusta National, saluting the Golden Bears for his 6 victories at the Masters. The statue depicts his famous pose after sinking a key birdie putt on his way to his 6th green jacket in 1986. When we come back, you'll be speaking to us on email and your responses on the Red Sox question we asked earlier. Bob Lobel here, Liz and Joe there.
Okay, Bob, thanks.
Nice to have the Red Sox back.
Absolutely.
Also ahead, champagne wishes, caviar dreams.
It's lifestyles of the rich and famous Boston style as a $12 million home goes up for sale.
WBZ News Radio 1030. All the news you need. All day, every day.
I'm Gary LaPierre, WBZ News.
AccuWeather every 10 minutes. Traffic on the 3s. An award-winning news team.
It happened right here just moments ago.
If it's happening now, you're hearing it now. On WBZ News Radio 1030. The biggest, the best, the most listened to radio station in New England. Every day.
Is the free medical care at all 22 Shriners hospitals too good to be true?
Care is not free. The care is very expensive, high-quality care provided at no cost. And I think there's a big difference because when people see free care, they think that the care is not up to par. And I like to think of it as that it's very expensive, high-quality, specialized care we provided to the children at no cost.
There is a lot of love in this building for these patients. And the medical care comes from that. That's what you get when you come here. And you get a very, very high standard of medical care, the likes of which I haven't seen elsewhere, quite frankly.
The Shriners have always tried to be on the cutting edge of technology to provide the best possible care to people. That is part of their mission.
For more information or to refer a child, call this toll-free number, Shriners Hospitals for Children.
Self-confidence, self-respect, family relationships, your life. Just think of the things you could rediscover by giving up drugs and alcohol. If you need help, call AdCare Hospital at 1-800-ALCOHOL. Treatment works.
No more waiting for morning news. It's always on screen. Top stories on screen whenever you turn us on. Weather on screen whenever you turn us on. Business news on screen whenever you turn us on. All the news without waiting. WBZ4 News. Turn us on.
Could the head of the hospital
Mr. O'Malley, let us in, please.
be leading a double life?
You got 2 minutes to get him out of this dress.
An all-new City of Angels, CBS, Wednesday.
All right, and now it's your turn to talk to us. We're listening on your email. What about the Red Sox? Do you think this is the year? Here are some of your email responses to our newsroom just a couple of minutes ago. They can go all the way, but it comes down to pitching. Surely Pedro will be Cy Young material again, but how will the rest of the rotation do? Okay, Rossano from New Bedford, we hear you. This is the year the Red Sox will go all the way for the fans, for the love of the game, for the pennant. Charles, I have goosebumps. I would be very leery that this would last to the playoffs, but can we dream? Can't we? Walt from Hudson. And the man from Nantucket says the Red Sox will be very fun to watch, and we think that's a very good thing.
But not good enough to go all the way.
I forgot that.
That was Ralph.
Yeah, that's the man from Nantucket.
Thank you all.
All right, thank you all. We hear you.
You would have read those a little differently, I think, Liz. I'm not sure. It's called the ultimate dream house in the Back Bay.
And as you can guess, it's also one of the most expensive houses in Boston. 9,000 square feet of luxury, including a marble bath, complete with a fireplace, and a state-of-the-art kitchen with top-of-the-line appliances for your culinary inspiration. The price for living in this lap of luxury is $12 million. Maybe they should call in on the email and tell us what they bid for it.
What they think of that house.
Yeah, what do you think?
What do I?
Have a good
It's all
night,
about
everybody.
the return of love. Did you hear that, Coach? Diana Ross,
Good
moving
night,
in.
everybody.
Good night.
Watch WBZ4 News tomorrow morning starting at 5.